Volibear is
Okay.
at. Wait, is Volibear in my top 3 now? No!
Okay, so if you're watching this, this is my fed as fuck renekton game. You can see this, right, Ender?
What?
You can see this, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I want to make sure.
Can almost get Volibear in my top 3 on my profile, dude. And then I gotta get rid of Pike.
So it was me versus Kindred, and then Ender versus Ivern, and then Vi. Ender called jungle before Vi,
I
but
was a cut.
Vi was being a little bitch and got Hose mad that he called it first, and so after a lot of debating, she actually left, which is okay. We didn't need her, but she was supposed to be support. That's the only thing left, and so unfortunately, Anivia had to support, or sorry,
No, and
Anivia had to do this all on her own, and you know, so right up
I went to
here,
go see the vlog, and then
right up
I
here, if we go
didn't.
over to me, this is gonna be my first kill onto the um onto the yeah, it's gonna be first kill.
I
I'm gonna
haven't
get
seen
level
it.
3. I get my E, and then I just dive the absolute shit out of her. I realize that I can't farm like this because I'm just gonna have to poke. That she's gonna keep poking me, and so I get my E, and then I decide to go all in, not realizing how much I'm gonna do. I drop the first blood there, and that's really gonna speed everything along.
Hey, Mr. Shoutcast.
Keep on going because I'm about to drop another kill. Over, I see Ivern over here, and if I'm correct, oh no, never mind. I thought.
I think IBM Tristana right now.
Yeah, I thought it was saying I got another kill,
Mm-hmm.
but I
Wait.
suppose not.
If you can rewind, go back to me, go on to me and look at Tristana, dude.
Alright, hold on.
Tristana gets BM to
Okay,
the
hold up.
next level.
Shit, hold on. Okay, let's see. Ender's perspective. Oh no, you alter. Oh no, you're only level
Mm-mm,
3.
mm-mm. This was funny as hell though. Tristana's hella weak. He walked out of it and then walked back into it, not knowing what was going on, dude.
Okay, so now if we go back over to here, this is gonna be around when I get another kill. She's trying to contest me. She realizes she can't fight this, which is actually very smart. However, she pushes back in. That closes the gap for me. So I'm able to do that. Hit her with my stun. And then she's going to flash and heal. I flash, and I tower dive for this. I ignite her. I realize that that's not going to be enough because I'm a fucking idiot and decide to ignite there, even though I shouldn't have. And then I decide, you know what, fuck it. I'm going to tower dive her. Because she does that. And so she actually, if you saw, she didn't actually get a hit there, which is very good because it executed me instead. I went almost the entirety of this match, and then finally I looked over and realized she only had 1 kill at that time. And so I was like, oh, wow. Okay, so if we go back over here, now I'm level 6. She's still level 5. Okay, I thought she's level 4. I have ult. I decided to tower dive her again with ult in hopes of survival. She had a lot higher health here, so it didn't work out in my favor as well as I'd hoped it would. But it still worked out relatively well.
Oh my god, John's a corky man. Oh.
So, so as you can see, I'm gonna tower dive here. She's gonna do a fairly good job. If it wasn't for the first blood and the other stuff, she would have actually killed me there. If she had been a little bit smarter with her movement and how she moved, she could have juked around the tower and honestly killed me there, probably.
Dude, John is actually a clown. Four most played top laners: Fiora, Aurelia, Aatrox, and Set.
Just Corky counter most of those.
I don't
And so if we
know.
look, I'm moving on down. I'm going to help Ender a Dragon because at this point in the game, I'm hoping to get super fed and just kind of meme around. Well, as you can see, I'll go down here and help with Dragon, and almost the entire enemy team will actually come and try and contest this and not realize how fed I am. And so I'm actually gonna pick up around 4-ish kills here. How many am I at now? I'm at 3 now, so I'm gonna pick up 3 kills here. He's gonna try and come in, realizes he's too late. I'm gonna skull fuck the shit out of him. Then she's gonna come back in. She's actually gonna give me a run for my money, but because Lux hit the root, it's over for her. Right there. She gets away, I flash for it. For some reason, Tristana launches in. This was a terrible play from her, just fed me another kill. Soraka, being the good support, tried to come to save her, and it wound up getting her killed too. The fucking LeBlanc tried to go back in, that also got her killed. In this match, there was a lot of, wait, why would you go back in there?
Oh my
Chilling
God.
Smite, stun, and I'd pick up and KS the kill.
I literally was yo, look at my HP though.
So yeah, so I at this point I look and I'm 6 and 2 and I'm like, okay, this could be an S game if I try really hard. And so then I go back up top, and Ender is clearing, as you can see, and Ender is basically just basically carving the pathway for me to just absolutely just fucking tear this Kindred's ass cheeks just wide open. So he's gonna disable the turret. I'm gonna go in full combo her. It is a fucking melt.
I was trying to stun her, but you did so much damage. You literally killed her before I could stun her.
So then we see that he's trying to steal Gromp, or he's trying to make friends with Gromp. So we steal this. We go over. We get Rift.
I BM Grom, even though you're trying to. Be
and so at
friends.
this point in my mind, the goal is still to try and get, you know, the 6 kills. That's still, or not the 6 kills, the S rank. I'm at, I believe, 2 deaths right now. Yeah, 2 deaths. So I would have to get around, I think, like 30-ish, 25 kills, a good amount of CS. So Ivern rolls up, tries to steal it, does not go in his favor, and yeah.
I still don't know how I got that kill. I'm
yeah.
confused.
And so then LeBlanc does all this shit,
I
and
did this kill too.
yeah.
How?
I was sure I got that one. But
so
the reason you'll see is that if you look, everyone on their team, except for Kindred, right? Yeah, Kindred tried to roll up here and got just fucking annihilated. Let's watch that again. Can we get a fucking replay on that one?
Can I get an ESPN replay?
So
Run it back.
you know, as I was trying to say, their team had a metric shit ton of everyone except for the Kindred on their team had CC. Yeah, I absolutely just destroyed her here. This is the point where Ender goes, okay, I was gonna back, but now I'm just confident I can just go around and you'll protect me.
Yeah, cause you had Rift, and I was like, but dude, I literally have I basically have a bodyguard.
Yeah. And so yeah, that's basically at its core the reason I couldn't get S. As you'll look, I tower dive a bunch and I die, and I don't learn my lesson. I'm a fucking genius, and I don't learn my lesson. After the first time, they hit me with like 5 different forms of CC under the tower. And so I think, oh, I can get another item.
You know, honestly, if they didn't have CC,
that would have easily, I probably could have dropped 40 kills if they didn't have CC, to be honest.
Yeah, like, the CC was hard. It was Soraka,
As you look, yeah, it's...
LeBlanc was the fat.
Yeah, their LeBlanc was actually really good for the most part.
And the Ivern has, like, his root lasts, like, 2
Here we go, yeah, there goes her going back in. Me realizing I can't tank this. This is so sad. He literally rolls up, he's about to kill me, and it's over. It's over before it even begun.
No way!
Now, Ender, this is the one kill you didn't see, but I kept talking about throughout the match, because I felt bad for that kill specifically.
That was bold, dude.
That made me actually kind of mad. Almost.
You should have left him. You should have just left him be. What did he do to you? He didn't do anything. Tries to go for minions, but gets BM'd by tower.
So if I'm correct, yeah, okay, so at that point, I backed in this bush. I was at like 20 HP. And I look down, and I go to buy, I think it was Black Cleaver, or I go to buy my boots, alright? I was going to buy, Berserker Greaves, because Ninja Tabby or Merc Treads would be better, but at this point I'm 10 and 2, and so Berserker Greaves just seems like the better option. And as you'll see, I realized I have 36k gold, and so I won back a Death Stance. I was not expecting to do that, and so this one I come up, and to her credit, she doesn't really run back because she realizes the tower is going to shoot me, and so that was a good play from her. That she didn't just completely invest a lot of movement into getting far back. And that's basically, I realized that I can't really tower dive that at this point, where it's a little too risky. I've tower dived a lot. And I at least want some minions here that I can fall back to. And so I go back in, tower hits me there, that was just me overextending. And it's at this point, I break this, and for some reason she doesn't try and back, she tries to fight it. And so obviously, I just go in and I completely full combo her here. She flashes, I'm pretty sure, oh, I don't have a flash, that's the problem. But she doesn't actually run away. I gave her an opportunity to run away, but she didn't, and so I just did that.
So, like, the Volibear renekton combo is so dumb.
It's terrible, because he can just disable the turrets, and 2 seconds, I mean, look at, right now I'm 11 and 2, so 2 seconds is all I need.
Yeah, and like, not even just that, his Q can stun, and then you can stun, so they're basically CC locked.
Because generally, like, the consistent problem with renekton is he just doesn't have a lot of movement. And it'd be broken if he did, don't get me wrong. He doesn't need more movement. But that's generally the problem. And so, essentially, it was killing 2 birds, 1 stone because he would stun them and I wouldn't have to worry about the movement. And also, you know, they would get confident when they were on turret and then Volibear would just roll up and say, fuck you, your turret's no longer working.
Yeah, I think
this LeBlanc overall was really good at actually being very deceptive with which one was her clones and which one wasn't. What would you say? I thought that she was.
I said she was pretty.
Yeah.
Like,
I fell for a lot of false clones. I go here, he roots me, he thinks he can get the kill though and goes back in, unfortunately.
You were dead, and then I
yeah.
Yeah.
And then Ivern's just like, I'm gonna go back in, and then for some reason she goes back in. And so that's a free double kill. And you know, the smart decision would be, okay, I'm gonna try and go back. But I get really thirsty, and I see Soraka's coming in. And then I see that Tristana's coming in. And then I also see that Kindred's coming in. And so I go in, and I'm basically just going between the turrets, I'm taking these pot shots, and I think that I'm Godin and that I'm unkillable. And then all of a sudden I get hit with like 8 different forms of CC. Ivern rolls up, and I dive this, he hits me with that, she's gonna stun me. And this is kind of when it all fell apart. This is when I realized, oh fuck, there goes my S game. And you know, Ender's still like, at this point, he's like, you know, you can still get an S if you get good CS, and to be honest, I could. Because then I get the Phage, I also get the Kindle Gem, and so I'm already really close to Black Cleaver. If I wanted to, I could have gone into Trinity. I feel like it would have been more influential, though, for me to go into Black Cleaver first. And so I decided not to. Looking back, there really wouldn't have been too much of a difference made. At the end of the day, I tower dived a lot. And it's not like one item over the other would have saved me. And so, looking in, I make a really bad decision. As you can see, no one's around. They're all on Dragon. And so I decide that I'm gonna go be a fucking hero and try and steal it. Okay, so I roll up, and I try and steal it. And to my credit, I come pretty close. But I didn't realize all of them were in these bushes. I just thought they were on Dragon. And so, you know, I get hit with a bunch here. I do kill this Kindred because this Kindred never learned. She kept thinking she could fight me every single time. There's a route. There's another route. Once again, they both go back in because that's actually, looking back, double kill with the 1Q there. I basically wouldn't have had, like, I would have had 5 kills if these people would just stop fucking going in on stuff that they couldn't win. And so, is Ivern alive right now? No, he's not. Okay. So. And so, over here.
I don't think on him.
Yeah, moving on. I go back up here, and my objective. No, okay, it hasn't yet. But basically, I'm gonna run in. I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna try and fight this. I'm gonna get CC locked per usual. I'm gonna get killed, and then I'm gonna look at him and say, okay, I have 4 kills. This is still plausible. This is still plausible for me to get the S rank. It's going to be very, very unlikely. Oh, actually, I don't think I die right off the bat here. Yeah, I go for that. And then, they got away, I believe. I still managed to get some of them, but for the most part, they got away.
Maybe go Ivern and Tristana.
Do I? Okay, yeah, because they... No, but Tristana does, in fact, get away. I get kind of indecisive with what I want to do. I see it's Soraka's over here, but I decided to prioritize breaking the ward because, to be honest, like I said, Renekton doesn't have the greatest mobility, and so I didn't think I was going to be able to get that Soraka anyway. And so I figured just denying this would be a lot better than going for a kill that I might just wind up tower diving and dying for. So I go for this, but as you'll see, the LeBlanc's starting to move in. And if I'm correct, the Soraka will start to move in. The Ivern's gonna respawn soon. And I'm gonna die here, if I'm correct. And this is gonna be where the realism of me, yeah, I remember this. This is gonna be this is where the realism of me getting the S dies. Because I get rooted here, and then Ivern's gonna come in with the root, and I miss the Q, so I don't proc the lifesteal. I try and proc it. That's why what can I say? Okay, I have 17 kills and 4 deaths. Realistically, I just got Berserker, and now I'm working on Guardian Angel. I can technically drop the 40 kills I need in order to get, like, at this point I need probably, like, close to 250, 300 CS, and I would need around 40 kills with these deaths. And so, I roll up, and I'm like, okay, this is plausible, but in order for me to do this, I kind of need to run in there. Because that's how I'm going to get my gold, that I need to do this. And so, as you can see, I go way past my teammates. I go in, everyone on their team has way higher movement than me. I go with the ult, and I think I'm safe, and then, oh shit, hold on. And then I could have backed off there and survived, but no, I want a turret dive. And I get rooted once again for a lot. And I do come close, but, and then I look and I go, okay, I'm 18-5. This is now completely assassinated itself. I need like 60, 65 kills for this to work. I need like 500 CS. So now I realize, okay, I can't get that. What do I do? And then I realize, well, there's this little thing over here called Baron. So what if I try and solo Baron? And then that becomes the objective, to solo Baron now.
Mm-hmm.
And so, once again, roll up. This is me, rolling up, thinking I am the second coming of Christ. Roll in, get rooted, and just absolutely get game ended. Like, this, if I had any editing knowledge whatsoever, I would freeze frame right there, and put the to be continued meme, and it was at this moment he knew he fucked up meme. As you can see, the Lux did a goddamn fucking masterpiece of a play, and ulted the dragon at 400 health to steal it. I don't know why Ivern didn't smite it, but I don't. Does it show chat? I think it's a setting you have to turn on where it shows chat. Yeah, okay, it didn't show chat, but we're all calling this Lux a fucking god, as to be expected, and as deserved.
Yeah, Ivern was like, bruh.
Yeah, this Ivern was a chill dude. He was like, honestly, really good play, to be honest. And it's like, damn, what a gamer. And so, and this poor Ivern, I felt so bad for. This is him 3-10 and 9. He honestly wasn't bad. And yeah, none of his teammates were that good. His teammates, honestly, I think looking back mechanically, none of his teammates were that bad, and he wasn't that bad. They had really bad game sense though. They kept going in on things they shouldn't have.
Yeah.
And that was me too. There were a lot of situations that I could have survived, but I wanted to get the kills, and so I didn't.
I think I ult here.
Yeah, I think you do too, because I pick up a double kill somehow. And oh yeah, I run in here, you're like, oh, yep, slam down. Easy kill. I'm thinking to myself, I swear to God, if he takes this double kill for me. And then it's just an easy kill here. She tries to juke us around, but it's a renekton and a volley, and we're both pretty fed, so really not gonna work there.
Yeah, I wasn't
Ivern's playing it safe here. He's looping around. He knows that he can root us if he needs to, so this is a good play from him.
I'm pretty sure he still dies.
I think that I die from him in an attempt to go for this LeBlanc.
And then I kill her.
Because she does a really good job there, and then I do kill her.
Yeah, I kill her.
But I die there. And I think... No.
Oh no, I die.
We're almost to the point in which I can afford my Trinity. And that's the final item of my build, and that's where I go to solo Baron. And as to whether I'm able to solo Baron, I'm gonna leave it till I get there. So I go down here, I realize that I'm gonna take the tower. We're telling our teammates, don't break here. We could go here, and we can get inhib here, but the realization is that if I steamrolled enough, I could get two towers, this tower right here, and then this tower. And then that could be enough gold to get me the Trinity I need. So I don't feel like wasting my time going up here. So I go here. She rolls up. And this is a perfect example. She confuses the shit out of me. I can't tell. I go for this one, but this is it. And so I realize it's pointless to try and chase that. I go back, just try and farm some CS. Surprisingly, I don't think I get to 200 CS, which, if I had spent less time fighting, I would have easily been able to. I want to get the gold for this, so I prioritize this over me probably being able to get the turret there. LeBlanc jumps in, and we just absolutely kill LeBlanc. I KS that, but it's okay because I'm going for solo Baron. And the comedic value of me being able to solo Baron as renekton is much better than Ender getting one kill. I don't know if Ender would agree with that statement, but I do, so.
Yeah, I do. Honestly.
So I go in here, realize I can't. Once again, story of my fucking life. I get silenced, I get rooted. I get rooted again. Tristana rolls up. I, for some reason, dive in there. And I actually do survive this because Ender and Anivia come and they save my fucking ass. Holy shit. And so I'm like, ooga booga, ooga booga. And I realize I can't survive that, and so I back off. But then I get a little bit of healing. I pop ult, I go back in, and I still think I die like a fucking retard here. Yep, yep. And so that doesn't work. You know, to be expected. And then I get the ace. So if I look, I should... Yeah, this is at the point where I believe I have enough. So I go, and I speed racer my ass to a safe place. And I back so I can get my Trinity and go for Baron. Now, the thing is, they started to kind of... My teammates started to really surge around these two turrets. And I never actually went to look at exactly where they were. And so my fear was that these two gave zero fucks about me. And they were actually gonna win the game. They were gonna kill the Nexus. They didn't. They wanted to, but God bless they didn't. So I bought the Trinity, and in my final build will be Trinity, Death Stance, Blade, and then Black Cleaver and Guardian Angel, and then Berserker Greaves. So I roll up. I'm level 16. I'm honestly not very confident in this because I don't have the ability to mitigate damage as much as I would like to. And so here's where the fucking game starts. And so I try. And I got my wonderful volleyball here, my coach, dancing. He picks up. You pick up so many stacks. I'm actually just gonna spectate you here because you pick up so many stacks. If I could, I can't.
I think it's like 30. I think.
Yeah, if I could turn off. If I felt like turning off chat, I would. But I actually have to go soon, so I want to speed this up. And this is the point where I realize, holy fuck, I actually think I can solo Baron. Oh, because obviously, I realize I have the lifesteal to do this. Really, I didn't think that. I thought Baron was going to do too much damage, and I wasn't going to be able to mitigate the damage enough with my Q's lifesteal, because my Q, even though on a 4-second cooldown, doesn't do the greatest of lifesteal. But I was able to, and so that was really good. And so I was able to solo this. I went in chat, I typed, I am a god. We absolutely finished them. I, being the cocky, arrogant bastard that I am, I ended the game sitting in their fucking spawn with my ult active. Still trying to Q them. Proccing the lifesteal. And so yeah, that was basically how the Fed Renekton game went.
Red team has slain. I thought it said stolen. I was like, what?
And so yeah, that was basically how it went. So yeah.